Dude, so I had made a YouTube short, right? It was of me using Shioras and the Arbalest. We were in Rift or whatever. And I was trolling last night and I was using it, so I made a short out of it. Bro, this joke has 800 views and 50 dislikes. Bro, I need y'all to relax when I put these shorts out, okay? I honestly be trolling when I post some of these clips. Bro, I got this dude in the comments. He's over here thinking I'm literally like flexing myself using an Arbalest. I keep saying the Destiny community is so weird when it comes to like internet stuff. I stand on that. But yo, what's good with you guys? My name is Fana. We are back with another video today. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. We do a lot of FPS gameplay, Destiny, and all kinds of shenanigans here, so stick around. And a moment of silence for all the Alabama fans. They're currently on on suicide watch. If you have a friend that's an Alabama football fan, give him a hug right now, bro. So for today's video, we're gonna be pissing everybody off. Now, every linear fusion rifle in the game is just being abused right now. So Lorenz and Arbalest are at the top of like the usage rating as of right now. Now, here's the thing. I've always preferred to use Lorenz over Arbalest because Lorenz has the whole black hole effect and everything. But I feel like Arbalest is just much easier for me to hit shots or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're both equally broken anyway. Like, look at that, dude. I just hit that man through like the most flinch in the world. Bro, like I keep saying, like the internet, like you will never win with like anybody on this platform. I promise you. It doesn't matter what game or anything. So a couple videos ago, I had some gameplay of me using Lorenz, and pretty much the gameplay was emphasizing how busted like the actual gun itself was, right? Bro, I had this dude write out a whole thesis statement paragraph, double spaced, college style piece to me. Talking about some people like me is the reason why nothing in this game will ever be enjoyable. I was just like, what? Hey, it's my fault that stuff like Lorenz and, you know, Arbalest exist and completely just destroy the meta. Completely and utterly destroys any kind of skill gap that could exist in this game. Any kind of gun skill or gunplay that existed goes out the window with certain guns that exist. And me emphasizing that point is just, you know, it's my fault. Now, I will say this. I will meet people in the middle and say when they do nerf guns that are probably like a little too busted in PvP or whatever, they do accidentally, or not accidentally, they do inadvertently kind of screw them over in PvE, which, you know, they probably should do a little bit better of a job addressing. Another thing I will say with Destiny 2 though, there are a lot more guns that exist in this game that have ever existed in Destiny 1. It's like SMGs just like weren't a thing in Destiny 1, right? And I don't think sidearms were a thing either. I could be wrong at that. Somebody fact check me on that matter. But like the fact of the matter is there's like a lot more guns that are really good at their effective ranges than there ever used to be. SMG, sidearm, yeah, grenade launchers, hell, even glaives now. All these guns are like super effective in ranges that like only, I guess you could say, some like shotguns were only really effective in. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it's kind of hard to balance the meta when you have so many things that are super good in one range, or you have a bunch of guns that are also super good at multiple ranges. That's another thing. And like my Shiro's what I have, like I can literally challenge people at hand cannon range. Like there's I have no business challenging somebody at that range with my Shiro's. It's even worse if I decide to use like M and K and I'm controlling the recoil with a mouse. Yeah, you're just straight beaming everybody. Like, do you guys remember how crazy Recluse was back when Mountaintop was a meta thing to use? Yeah, calm that down, buddy. Let's relax. I mean, dude, Recluse was running the meta for like a good amount of time. I'm not gonna lie, that was by far one of the best SMGs to use at the time, because I think the body shot damage did headshot damage when you had Master of Arms on it, which was pretty much like a kill clip of sorts. So you're doing headshot damage to the body, which, you know, clearly, you know, for obvious reasons, you can see how that would be a problem. And somebody else made a comment talking about, so, well, you know, snipers are a problem too. Controller snipers are annoying too. But people, they love to bring up this like little debate of, okay, well, what about snipers? Fan, the snipers are pretty annoying to do, especially controller snipers, blah 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 blah, this and that. Dude, I've had way less issues dealing with snipers than I've had dealing with Lorenz and Arbalest combined within like the past 2 weeks. Like, I've had more issues playing against Lorenz than I ever had playing against somebody that was a really good sniper. Like, I fundamentally just hit way more headshots than I should on an Arbalest than I ever have on a stinking sniper. That's just fact. Like, if you want to address like how easy it is to hit people, because I've honestly like shot people at their chest and gotten headshots over it, or I shot people through walls with it. It's so weird. I mean, in my opinion, the best way to honestly address it is to make it where you have to actually like be true on your headshot. All this, I'm aiming at their shoulder and then it beams to their head and hits them for a headshot. That doesn't need to be happening. Just make it true. The reticle has to be on their face for it to be a headshot. You know, no BS in between. As far as the aim assist thing, they'll have to play around with that because obviously, you know, controller players, you know, people are using analog sticks. I know M&K players is a little different. You know, if you guys play on M&K, you're using your mouse, so it's a little bit easier to aim. But we can have this conversation all day with like any gun. Like I will continually say it. I've said this ever since, what was it called? Season of the Black Armory, whenever that was, bro. Just the concept of, it's like the simple concept of Le Monarch. I was just like, bro, this is gonna be busted like in the seasons to come. It probably wasn't as busted when it like initially released, but look at it now. Like people are hot swapping like crazy with it. Yeah, but like No Time to Explain just didn't get like busted out of nowhere. It's always been good. Like it's not necessarily broken. Now it might have like an aim assist thing or some kind of like, you know, aim value or something that probably needs to be fixed or whatever the case is. But that's just the nature of Destiny 2. The way the sandbox is designed, all the unique weapons, all the unique perks that happen on the game, it's hard to really just have like a meta that's truly just balanced like all the way through, you know what I'm saying? I mean, between all the build crafting you could do and everything like that, all the combinations of stuff between all the characters, there's like you have three base subclasses. You have Arc, Void, and Solar. And then you have all kinds of nonsense that you could do between those three subclasses alone, between three different characters who serve three different things within the game. Now, there is 3 people on my team. I don't know. There's 2 people on my team. I don't know what happened with my squad. I mean, we weren't getting smacked or nothing crazy. I mean, it was a normal match for all things considered. I mean, literally everyone on my team just dipped. I don't know what happened. Like the score was, you know, relatively close. It wasn't like we were getting stomped or anything like that. It's just like, think of it this way. When someone that's really not that good of a game can pick up a gun, it instantly like closed like the gap between like skill just because like the gun's existence of itself. That's when you know, you might need to address something with a weapon, you know what I'm saying? I think that's why people love the hand cannon meta so much, because it's a lot harder for people to get away with like using hand cannons. It's not too many hand cannons that exist like you can kind of like cheese your way with, you know? You kind of have to like hit your shots. But then if we go to a hand cannon meta, people are like, oh my gosh, this is boring. I don't want to use a hand cannon. There is no win-win situation. There is no winning situation with our current, you know, situation that we have going on. There just isn't, you know. And I just sat there and killed a Warlocking as well with 1 shot, you know. Now, if you guys ask me like what my normal loadout would be, I'm either going SMG and sniping, or I'm going hand cannon and snipe, or maybe even hand cannon and shotty, depending on the character I'm using. I would love to see an auto rifle little meta come around. I'm not gonna lie to you, I would totally be down to rock auto rifles. This is one of the few games that I play where auto rifles are not consistently used in a PvP setting. But alright, you guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that sub button down below. We're super close to 500, and I appreciate any and all the support on the way. And until next time's video, when we're using a toxic loadout, you guys stay easy, be safe, and don't lose your sanity trying to play Trials.